Hi, my name is David Malvini and I am the Director of Music Education Outreach for CAMA, the Community Arts Music Association in Santa Barbara. Thank you all. I always love coming here to LaPatera School. Today's presentation will be pretty fun. We've been learning about European composers, mostly in my presentations. Today we're going to talk about music from the United States. The CAMA board was concerned that classical music education was deteriorating in the public schools, and actually it was pretty much non-existent. So our goal was to reintroduce classical music appreciation for fourth graders through sixth graders. We started this program back in 2003 here at LaPatera School because of the diverse student population and that this school did not have any music education. The main instruments of America were originally the banjo, which is pictured here, the fiddle. What's another name for the fiddle, David? Violin. The violin. We just call it a fiddle when it's played in a folk context, and the guitar. Each month, I myself, or one of the docents, goes to a school and we teach one of these PowerPoint lessons, after which the teachers reinforce the lesson with CD examples from that lesson. Often the teachers will also, if they have time, preview the next month's lesson. Here's a folk version, the first ballad of Jesse James, sung by Pete Seeger. See if you can understand the words while you listen, and see if you can figure out which instrument Pete is playing in this example.
Jesse James was a lad, he killed many a man. He robbed the Glendale train. He took from the rich and he gave to the poor. He'd a hand and a heart and a brain.
He was using the what? Banjo. The banjo. How could you tell? What does a banjo sound like?
Have the plucking the strings. It sounds similar to a guitar.
It sounds similar to a guitar, and you pluck it. Look at, here's a picture of a banjo, and can you see Pete Seeger's right hand and how he's plucking the notes? Does everybody see that? The purpose of this program is to improve the listening skills of the students. We ask them very specific targeted questions during the listening portions of the demonstration, and they usually revolve around what we call emotional intelligence. So for instance, a piece of music is played, a theme is played, and the student is asked, was this a happy theme, was this a sad theme, or how did it make you feel? Which instrument was playing, Nicholas?
Fiddle.
Well, close. What's Ephraim?
Viola.
Viola. That's really good. How'd you know that, Ephraim?
Because it sounds sad.
Yeah.
Really low.
And it sounds really low. So remember, the violin is the high instrument, and the viola is that big instrument. It's really, really low. Now, would you say that was a happy example or a sad example? Sad. How'd you know it was sad? Was the music fast or slow? So slower music tends to be sadder. We developed 3 volumes of what we call a classical music journey for young people. Each volume contains 8 units. Some of the titles are Tchaikovsky's Russian Fiddle, the Concert Violin, the Italian Operatic Tradition, etc. These booklets, by the way, are intended for the teachers and the people teaching the program.
CAMA's been an integral part of the music program here at LaPatera for several years, and David Malvini gives a PowerPoint presentation on classical music to the students. And they've come to really enjoy his presentations, and they've learned an awful lot about music. And it's carried over where our strings program that David teaches has now grown substantially, and a lot of it is because of the presentations that they see.
What the kids take away from this program is a unique soundscape of classical music. They often report back to their teachers and to us that they're now more aware of classical music, and they're able to recognize it in TV, cartoons, and movies. This is a professional composer. His name was Aaron Copland. He was born in Brooklyn, New York, and this man shaped American classical music more than any other composer, I would say. And what we're going to learn about is how his music influenced the Hollywood Western. The first slide I show you is about Billy the Kid. And this was a ballet that he wrote based on the life of William Bonney. I'll just play you a tiny clip of the opening, which uses a folk song called Great Granddad, and see if you could tell me which instrument is playing it. Could you tell that that was Western music when you heard it? Yeah. Kind of. These are great ways to connect kids to the classical music of the past.
The CAMA program under David Malvini's leadership has brought us an outstanding introduction to music. Many of these students think that music is only electric and rapping, but he has shown us that it has roots that go way back. They've learned about the strings and the different sections of an orchestra. They learn to appreciate the different genres. It's been an outstanding program.
So here's one of the most famous Westerns. It's called The Magnificent Seven, and I'll show you some clips of the movie. See if you can hear if it sounds like Copeland that we just listened to. The first main goal is audience building. We're hoping that by exposing kids to classical music at a young age and training them in its history, that someday they might make a future audience. The other purpose is to provide an inspiration to kids that someday they might want to take up an instrument themselves. Many kids who are in this program become string players or start taking band or chorus that's available as extracurricular activities. Here at LaPatera School, we've had a terrific response. I think this year there are about 35 students enrolled in violin classes for 4th grade through 6th grade. These are some of the LaPatera students that have played violin currently or have played in the past.
It's good for your brain.
Mm-hmm. And do you guys like classical music now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Mozart music.
Me too. Mozart.
Mozart.
I like Elmer Bernstein.
I like Beethoven.
I like Beethoven.
I like Beethoven.
I like the violin since the music is so cheerful.
You could learn new music and help you learn faster.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's challenging, but then you get smarter, and it depends, and it can get you a scholarship in college.
It's been a real benefit to our school, and we certainly appreciate it.
And the enthusiasm when we attend. We thank CAMA for this.